Hi, dear children, good morning. So, can we start our class? Okay, I think you all are ready. Keep your textbook in front of you. Listen properly. Okay, last class we discussed income and other criteria. We compared Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. And what we understood, more than the income, some other criteria also we are needed to assess. Okay, so next we have to understand the continuation of the same topic, related with the same topic, last topic, income and other criteria. Means the topic it is public facilities. What is public facilities? Yes, the facilities shared by the public. That means all the common people shared the facilities. That is public facilities, roads, railways, bus stops, shops, and all other playgrounds and beach. That all facilities, electricity, water, drinking water, everything. The schools, hospitals, very important. So these all together known as public facilities. So it is why these much importance about the public facilities, because the income of the people are different. Everyone cannot afford all the facilities. You people are coming and attending the school. It is a private school, but your neighborhood children, they are going and attending government schools. Primary schools are there, secondary schools are there, higher secondary schools are there, colleges are there. Same way, hospitals are there. You might have seen private hospitals and government hospitals. The people, those who have less income, they cannot afford the expense of the private hospitals. Okay. A huge amount it is needed to consult and to get medicine from the private hospitals. So the poor people or the middle income group of people, those people they are going and taking from treatment from government hospitals. So these facilities are very important. Public facilities are very important for the well-being of the people and for the country's development also. So we can discuss deeply. Okay, my dear children, we can start this class from one example of last class. That means comparison of Maharashtra, Kerala. Again, already we discussed. So, understood that average person in Maharashtra has a more income than the average person in Kerala. കേരളത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു വ്യക്തിയുടെ ആവറേജ് ഇൻകത്തേക്കാൾ കൂടുതലാണ് മഹാരാഷ്ട്രയിലെ ഒരു വ്യക്തിയുടെ ആവറേജ് ഇൻകം. That reality we find out, we understood, we studied from the last topic. But Maharashtra lost some important attributes. What are they? Yes, we can discuss it, but before that we have to understand one fact. One reality we understood now. What it is? Maharashtra's average income of a person is higher than Kerala. But Maharashtra lost some important attributes. Before that, I will tell you one thing. I will tell you one quote. Money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you need to live well. We people are pride about, or the rich people or some higher income group of people, they are thinking that yes, I can buy all the things because I can lead a luxurious life. I can purchase all the things what it is available in the market. Everything it is okay. I can consult doctors from multi super specialty hospitals. I can take a seat from good school, international schools for my children. I can send my children abroad to get good education. That all it is correct. But one reality we have to understand what it is. Means, that is, this sentence it is saying to us, money in your pocket or my pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that we need to live well. So you might have think that, why money is there, enough money is there, why can't I live luxurious life, why can't I live or lead a luxurious life? You are correct, but I will tell you one thing. You know, you constructed a good house, a multi-story building, or a good house, or a luxurious house, or a flat, but you cannot breathe, or you are not at all getting fresh air. It is impure, the air is impure, and because the air pollution is going on because of the presence of the factories and industries nearby, and because of the urbanization, number of vehicles increased, you cannot live peacefully. You cannot breathe fresh air. Why? Money is there in your pocket now? Why? Because that is why he is saying that we have to think some other things than the money. That is why it is saying that income alone is not a completely adequate indicator of material goods and services that citizens are able to use. Paisa matramalla, Ashwasam, freedom, samadhanam, swasthada, എന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പറയാറുണ്ട് അല്ലേ? That is what he is saying, that money is not a completely adequate indicator of a development or a life or a peaceful life. Some other criteria is also there. And for example, from last example I informed you, money cannot buy a pollution-free environment. Yes, enough money is in my pocket. So, can I buy a pollution-free environment? No. It is only possible with the people, those who are living near those areas. They have to reduce their number of vehicles, they have to stop dumping of the waste, and to stop the industries, and everything they have to listen. Then only it is possible. Okay. So, my dear children, that is why he is saying that money cannot buy a pollution-free environment. That we have to think collectively, then only it is possible. Everyone's cooperation, adjustment, everything it is needed to create a pollution-free environment. Am I right? Okay. And money may also not be able to protect you from infectious diseases. A great example is in front of us. Am I right? Now, spreading corona or COVID-19. What happens? If I myself, I can spread corona to large number of people. If I am not at all ready to take precautions myself, it will spread. Am I right? So, it is only possible with the cooperation and helping mentality and adjustment with all the sections of the society or the community. So, if money is more with me, or I am a rich person, I cannot stop COVID or a corona. Why? It is needed everyone's cooperation. That is why Government of India that declared or informed that everyone should keep or stay at home and keep always cover your face with mask and all, and also always clean your body and don't spend your time outside more. Am I right? Okay, so each and every person should listen and take care about it. Then only it is possible. Then only we can stop these infectious diseases. That is the best example. Am I right? Yes, it is. But the community, but if the community all taking the preventive measures only, it is, then only it is possible. But money in your pocket cannot do this alone. Is it right now? Yes. For money, the important things in life, but we cannot avoid the wealth or the money. We cannot avoid. It is one of the most important attribute, one of the most important factor to live. The best way is to provide these goods and services collectively. Got it? Yes. If we are appointing, just to see that, another some examples also we can take what is public facilities, how these public facilities are helping. So last or a example of a corona we got it, or a COVID-19 we got it, one person cannot stop it. All the communities should take precautions. Who is taking initiative for this? Government and health department, on all other social workers, activists, everyone. Okay. So with that we people also take care of it. So public facilities or health department are part of public facility. They are taking care of these all. So with their care, with our helping or cooperation, only this possible. Now you understood what is the importance of a public facility. Health care and isolation areas or the schools, colleges and hospitals are provided to stay the coronavirus people, okay, or the patients. So you know that one single person or a private individual cannot do this. It is only possible with the facilities of public facilities or health department. Okay. And another some example we can take to understand the importance of a public facilities. Schooling, it is a public facility. And private also there. Private schooling facilities also there, and public facilities also there. Just to think that you are a poor family, you are from a poor family, you are living in a village area, and there is no government school facilities are not there. Your parents are not at all able to send you to the school or the private schools or English medium schools or private schools. They have no enough money to pay fee. So what they will do? They have to send you to the government schools. So in your village there is no such facilities, means the all other people they are sending their children to private schools and all. You only there to study. Your parents are not at all able to send you to the private school. What will you do? Okay, it is very difficult. So you need a near a primary school or a secondary school it is needed. So you cannot alone do this facility. You cannot alone study alone. Got it? We have to get the institutional support. So the government facility is needed. Am I right? Now there is some example. One area, one settlement area. So you know that a residential area. You know that a number of houses are there. So we need security for our life and property. So we have to get a security. Each and every individual household, they are keeping a security man and giving hires or a salary for monthly. It is very difficult. So all together, that colony or the residential area, they all together appointing a security means it is so easy, and it is, we can consider it as a public facility. Got it? Or the authority they are keeping or they are appointing a man means it is a public facility. So in case of education, case of health facilities, security, everything we need, electricity, water we need, or it is very important the support of a public facilities. Am I right? And you just imagine that other than you, no one is interested to go to school. You will suffer a lot. There is no school, no one is not at all ready to go to school, but you have to go to school. So it is very difficult. So my dear children, we have to understand the importance of the public facilities. Your parents also, they are unable. So we will be in a difficult situation. And so all children, if the government schools are there, means all children can study properly. Even now in many areas children, especially girls, are not able to achieve secondary level of schooling. Kerala, you know that we are proud of literacy rate is high, and in case of education, health, we are proud about Kerala especially. Okay, so but in some other parts of our country, we can understand that it is very difficult to children attend to their secondary school level, especially girls. You know that now the attitude it is totally changed, but somewhat extent some areas of India, regions of states of India, the girl children are not at all, parents are not at all ready to send their girl children to school. They are afraid to send them to school. So they are stopping their schooling, okay, because nearby there is no secondary level of education facilities. That is why. Okay. Why this? Because there is no adequate facilities for a schooling. That is why. Kerala has a low infant mortality rate. Already we discussed what is a infant mortality rate. IMR. Short form of a infant mortality rate, it is IMR. So, Kerala has a low infant mortality rate. Shishu Marana Niraka Keralathil Valare Koravana. Why? Because it has adequate provisions of a basic health and educational facilities. Kerala has enough health facilities, scientific health facilities and education facilities. Then also some inner areas or the tribal areas, we can see that sometimes these problems are arising because they have to reach, they have to cover long distance to reach the hospitals or to reach the medical care, to reach there also very difficult. That is why sometimes it is happening the death of infant babies. Okay, so whatever may be in case of infant mortality rate, Kerala has a very less infant mortality rate. That because of medical care is more and education facilities also more in Kerala. Same way, in some states the PDS system function well. You know what is a PDS system? What is the full form of a PDS system? Yes, it is Public Distribution System. That is known as a PDS system. I think you already studied in your history, PDS system, Public Distribution System. You know, ration shops are there, Maveli stores are there, and such a way margin free markets like that. You know, that is system, PDS systems. That means from that we can buy the things, Triveni stores, like that you might have heard. So, such a systems, the poor people and the low income group of people also can buy things or food materials from there. So, government introduces such a PDS system. So, in Kerala, it is working very well. Health and nutritional status of such states are in good condition. You know that people, they have to get, especially the children in their growing time, they have to get enough nutrition food. But some of the families or the parents, they cannot buy it because they are in the group of a low level income. So what it is the responsibility of the government to take measures to solve the problem, because a healthy person, an educated person are the wealth of nations. So the government is taking care to solve this problem. That is why PDM systems and its activities, it is developed more in some states. Okay. In your textbook, page number 13, you can see how to calculate these people are nourished or undernourished, or undernourished or overweight. Once again I will tell you. Before that, once again I will tell you, my dear children, we discussed the topic public facilities. You know, health facilities, education facilities, PDS system, and everything it is included. Water distribution system and electricity, all it is included in the public facilities. These all, it is not at all possible with the private individuals. It is possible only with the government only. I think you got it. Next, we can discuss a new topic. Page number 13. In your page number 13, you can see a new topic, that is BMI. How to calculate BMI? What do you mean by BMI? Can you say what is the BMI, full form of BMI? Body Mass Index. That is known as BMI. Okay. And it is saying that through this we can find that or out whether the person is undernourished or overweight. You know that the pregnant ladies, infants and the adolescent children, they have to get enough foods in their growing time. They have to get nutrition foods. Then only their growth will be in a proper way. That is why Government of India distributing nutrition food through the, you might have, maybe you are getting it is, that is through Anganwadis and all, government is providing this nutrition food for the adolescent people and pregnant ladies and also the infants. Okay. Now it is saying that recently a news came, you also read in newspaper, that means sweets, that means they added nutrients in that and they made a bar of chocolate. Chocolate bar means a sweet bar. It is made up of different types of nutrients. It is grinded and added and made it. So they are distributing to the children if they are monthly 1 or 2. Okay, so if you are eating it or if you are using it, the nutrition level will increase and it is good for the growing children and little kids. Okay, so now you understood what is public facilities. This PDS also included in public facilities, electricity, drinking water, road facilities, educational facilities, health facilities, everything it is included in the public facilities. So it is only possible with the activities of the government. It is also possible with the private firms also or private companies also, but it is more expensive. It is not affordable for the poor people. That is why the government is taking initiative to provide all these facilities. I think you got it. Okay. So again we can come to that BMI. Person is, through this BMI we can understand the person is undernourished or overweight. You have to keep in mind that this is only applicable for adults. Okay. For growing children it is not applicable. It is only applicable for the adults. As an activity as an activity you have to do this or find out the BMI of 3 persons. You have to select 3 persons from different life situations or economic background. You can select one household servant, one office worker or one any other person to find out the, or to select your parents as a to find out the BMI. So 3 persons you have to select and find out the BMI of these 3. Do it as an activity and write in your notebook. Okay, so how to find out? How to find out this BMI? According to nutrition scientist, Poshaka Vidaktarana, they are studying about the nutrition food and each and every growing period, what are the food and how to provide and how they are helping, everything they are doing. So according to this nutrition scientist, this is the one way to find out whether the adults are undernourished or not. How to calculate this BMI? It is very easy to calculate BMI. And dear children, how can we calculate this BMI? How can we calculate BMI? It is so easy. A simple calculation, through simple calculation you can complete it. You can do it. At first, take the weight of the person in kg. Then take the height in meters. I think you got it. Take the weight of the person in kg. Then take the height in meters. After that, what you have to do? Then divide the weight by the square of the height. If the answer is, after the calculation, if the answer is less than 18.5, less than 18.5, after calculation, If you are getting the answer less than 18.5, the person should be considered as undernourished. Undernourished. Got it? But if the person or if the result is more than 25, it is the person is overweight. Answer is more than 25, it is overweight. Got it? So I given an activity, you have to do it, and you have to keep in mind that it is not suitable or applicable for the growing children. It is only suitable for the adults. Okay, so you have to do this an activity. Find out the measurement of 3 persons from different economic background. For example, you can select one, take a domestic servant, an office worker and a businessman, or from your parents you can do it and show it to me and do it in your notebook. Okay, and I think you got it. What is BMI? BMI, and if it is 18.5, it is undernourished, and above 25 and above, if you are getting the answer, that person is overweight. Got it? Very simple. Next, human development reports. You know that we are comparing the countries for their development status. We have to compare their income, per capita income, everything. But same time we also studied that income is not only income a complete attribute. We have to check another one, attributes also. For that, to calculate the developmental status of different countries, United Nations Development Program, UNDP prepared and published the Human Development Report. Human Development Report. Who prepared it? Who published? It is published by UNDP, United Nations Development Program. They prepared this Human Development Report. From that, they are taking criterions as another. Not only the income, they are taking criterions as health and education. Means health and education are the most important criterion. They are comparing the countries or development of the countries according to 2014. Here you can see health and education is or it is determining the developmental process of a country. With the income, these two also very important. So my dear children, everyone listen, you are at page number 13. You can see a table there, 1.6. Table number 1.6. There you can see some data regarding India and its neighboring for 2013. It is prepared by Human Development Report. Sorry, it is published by UNDP and it is Human Development Report. According to the economic status and other attributes, how the index of the country, developmental index, it is shown. So we can check one by one. All of you listen to your textbook well. First one, Sri Lanka. You can see different names. While you are observing, you can see different data or different years. You don't worry. According to yours, you can read it, or according to this, maybe it is different from my textbook or my data are different from yours. So don't worry. Okay. So you can see the name of the country: Sri Lanka, India, Myanmar, Pakistan, Nepal, and Bangladesh. First column, what it is saying? Gross national income per capita. Gross national income. Sri Lanka, it is 9,250. What is the life expectancy of Sri Lanka? 74.3. What is literacy rate of Sri Lanka? 91.2. and HDI rank. What do you mean by HDI? Human Development Index. Rank in the world. HDI rank. രാജ്യത്തിന്റെ സാമ്പത്തികവും മറ്റു നിലയനുസരിച്ച് ഏത് റാങ്കിലാണ് ശ്രീലങ്കയെ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളത്? That rank, according to 2013, in Sri Lanka's rank, it is 73. Such a way, you can analyze, you can understand India. We can explain India's also. India's gross national income, it is 5,150. And India's life expectancy, it is 66.4. And India's literacy rate, it is 62.8. And India's rank, it is 135. Like that, Pakistan you can see, and Nepal you can see, Bangladesh you can see. So from this we can understand something. Means according to the size of the country or according to the population of the country, it is not a matter. Sometimes if small country and they have more gross national income or life expectancy is more. India is a large country, 7th largest country. So India's gross national income is 5,150. But Sri Lanka's it is 9,250. Sri Lanka is a small country comparing to India, am I right? So size is not a matter. So here below you have to go through the table very well and understand the differences of these countries. And below that one note, it is already I explained you what is HDI. HDI stands for Human Development Index. Life expectancy at birth. What do you mean by life expectancy? Means ആയുഷ്കാലം അല്ലെ, ഒരാളുടെ ആവറേജ് ആയുഷ്കാലം എത്രയാണ്? That is known as life expectancy. Per capita income also we already explained last portion, per capita income. These are the new terms it is used in this table. So you have to go through this table and compare these countries and understand what it happened. Okay, from this we are going to conclude this topic. Means, is it surprising that a small country in our neighborhood Sri Lanka is much ahead India in every aspect, and a big country like ours has such a low rank in the world? That is one reality that we have to understand from this table. What is India's rank? വികസനത്തിന്റെ നേട്ടങ്ങളുടെ Human Development Index number, India's it is 135. But Sri Lanka's it is 73. Sri Lanka is a small country, but its position it is 73, but India's it is only 135. And table 1.6 also shows that though Nepal has a less than half per capita income of India, yet it is not far behind India in life expectancy. നേപ്പാളിന്റെ കാര്യം നോക്കുമ്പോൾ നേപ്പാൾ ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഏകദേശം പകുതി മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ ലൈഫ് എക്സ്പെക്ടൻസിയിൽ നേപ്പാൾ മുന്നിലാണ്, ആയുഷ്കാലം കൂടുതലാണ്. സോ സൈസ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് എ മാറ്റർ. Now you understood other some criteria are very important than the income. Many improvements have been suggested in calculating HDI, and many new components have been added to the Human Development Report. To improve this stands in the Human Development Index. Each and every country they improved each and every activities or components they improved by prefixing human to development. It has made it very clear that what is important in development is what is happening to citizens of the country. We know that human beings are the most important resources. So they have to develop. How can they develop? Educationally, in health status, and also the country should develop all the basic facilities. And we have to make use of the resources in proper way without exploitation. These all also the important components we have to improve. Then only the country country can reach in its great height or to get a great position in human development index prepared by United Nations Development Program. And it is the people, their health, their well-being, this is the most important. So now you understood, people's health, their education, their well-being, everything are playing vital role in this development of each and every nation. So do you think there are certain other aspects that should be considered in measuring human developments? Yes, many aspects are there, many components are there. That means public facilities should be improved, well-being of the people, education, health, everything should develop. Then only a country should develop. Now, I think you got it, my dear children. So, in this class, what we discussed, can you say? Yes, what we discussed? Public facilities and human development reports and BMI we measured. After all, we understood that other than the income, some other criterions also we have to measure to understand the development of the nation. I think you got it. You have to read this topic well, and if you have doubt, you can call me. I'll clarify it. Okay. Thank you, children. Bye.